Narendra Modi is all set to inaugurate this afternoon. Those are the first pictures coming in of the Kartavya path, the Kartavya Bhavan that is being inspected by Prime Minister Narendra Modi as he's going to be inaugurating this building. This is the first of the common central secretariat buildings designed to streamline administrative processes and improve inter-ministerial coordination. Kartavya Bhavan 3 that incorporates modern infrastructure, sustainable practices and advanced technology to enhance efficiency and employee well-being. Prime Minister Narendra Modi walking across the Kartavya Bhavan after the inauguration as he takes stock of the entire building. In fact, just a short while ago that he inaugurated the Kartavya Bhavan at Kartavya Path, and the public address that is expected this evening. Kartavya Bhavan 3, that is part of the broader transformation of the Central Vista. It is the first among several upcoming common central secretariat buildings that is aimed to streamline administrative processes and enable agile governance. The project that embodies the government's broader administrative reform agenda by co-locating ministries and adopting cutting-edge infrastructure. The common central secretariat that will improve inter-ministerial coordination, accelerate policy execution and foster a responsive administrative ecosystem. Now, currently, many key ministries that function from aging buildings like Shastri Bhavan, Krishi Bhavan, Udyog Bhavan and Nirman Bhavan that were constructed back in the 1950s and the 1970s, which are now structurally outdated and they are also inefficient. The new facilities that will reduce repair and maintenance costs, boost productivity, improve employee well-being and enhance overall service delivery for all those working together. Kartavya Bhavan 3 that has been designed to foster this efficiency, innovation and collaboration by bringing together various ministries and departments that are currently scattered across Delhi. It is an office complex spanning an area of 1.5 lakh square meters across 2 basements, 7 levels, that is ground plus 6 floors, and it will house ministries, Department of Home Affairs, External Affairs, Rural Development, MSME, DOPT, Petroleum and Natural Gas and Principal Scientific Advisor. Let me cut across to my colleague Piyush Mishra, who's tracking all the developments on the ground. Piyush, most importantly, the fact that it is the DOS structure and also stay safe, but the coordination that can now come about between the various ministries and departments to be able to deliver better.
Well, absolutely, and currently there are many ministries, key ministries, who are there at currently at the South Block, North Block, which includes the Home Ministry and also Finance Ministry. These ministries will be shifted there, and what we are told is that these ministries have been working in aging buildings like Shastri Bhavan, Krishi Bhavan, Udyog Bhavan and Nirman Bhavan, and these buildings were constructed between 1950s and 1970s, which are now structurally outdated and inefficient. But this new facility, this new building is now going to not only reduce the repair and maintenance costs, but also will boost productivity. It is going to improve the employee well-being and enhance the overall service delivery. That's what the government sources have been telling to us. And this Kartavya Bhavan, which has been inaugurated by Narendra Modi, it has been designed to foster efficiency, innovation and collaboration by bringing together various ministries and departments that are currently scattered across Delhi, and it will be also a state-of-the-art office complex which is spanning an area of around 1.5 lakh square meters across 2 basements and 7 levels. That's what the official note also says. This entire building, which Prime Minister has just inaugurated, would also exemplify modern governance infrastructure featuring IT-ready and secure workspaces, ID card-based access controls, integrated electronic surveillance, and a centralized command system. So this entire building is laced with various technologies. And remember that there are multiple ministries, those are scattered in Delhi, and all have to work in unison. We have seen various meetings also taking place of various ministries, but at different locations. But after the inauguration of this building, there can be a unison work where all ministries can work at one place, and they can have common meeting areas also if they have to decide on particular policy. So it's going to be very much beneficial, not only for the workers, but for also ministers who, keep on moving from one place to another for holding series of meetings.
Yes, absolutely. And the very many point of views that have been taken into account while building the structure, from ensuring it is IT ready with secure workspaces, ID card based access control, electronic surveillance, very strongly digital in every manner, and also eco-consciousness through zero discharge waste management, that has all been imbibed as part of building the structure.
Well, absolutely. This building is designed to use 30% less energy. It has special glass windows to keep the building cool and reduce outside noise. Energy-saving LED lights have also been, installed here. Sensors are also there. Those can switch off lights when not needed. Smart lifts are part of these buildings, which can save power, and an advanced system to manage electricity use will also help save energy. There are solar panels also on the roof of Kartavya Bhavan 3, which will generate over 5.3 lakh units of electricity every year. And there are solar water heaters also. Those are going to be very helpful in meeting more than a quarter of the daily hot water needs. So charging stations for electric vehicles have also been provided. And these are the few points which we are right now highlighting as far as the features of this building is concerned. Remember that this is a zero discharge campus, which also treats and reuses the wastewater to meet a major chunk of water needs. And this building uses recycled construction and demolition waste, and it also paves the way for for better environment. This tells us as to how the government has been working tirelessly to ensure that there is no harm to environment and less energy is used, and all technologies are used as far as providing better facilities not only to employees but also to the better governance mission which the government has been focusing on.
And Piyush, Prime Minister inaugurated Kartavya Bhavan just a few minutes ago, and I believe that the public program is to take place at Kartavya Path at around 6:30 p.m. this evening. What will that encompass?
Well, that is another program in which Prime Minister is going to talk about the features of this building and the vision of our government as far as the entire Central Vista program is concerned. Remember that this project was visioned a few years back by Prime Minister himself, and under this Central Vista program, various new buildings are being developed. So Prime Minister is going to highlight about that project also. In that particular meeting, all employees will be part of that. Secretaries of various ministries will also be participating, and ministers and MPs of other political parties, different political parties, will also be a part of. So it's going to be a huge gathering there at India Gate, where Prime Minister is going to address a gathering and tell them about the vision of government as far as moving ahead in building such organizations in the future are concerned.
So Piyush, also tell us, now that the building is inaugurated, when is it that it will be functional in full swing in terms of ministries and departments moving completely to Kartavya Bhavan that is designed to foster efficiency, innovation and collaboration?
Now, these buildings have been inaugurated. What we are told is that very soon the ministries will be shifted to these buildings. There are ministries like Home Ministry, Finance Ministry, Defense Ministry, and there is MEA also there at the South Block, North Block. So what we are told is that these ministries will very soon be shifting there as there is the inauguration of this Kartavya Bhavan 3. This is a very important project which the government was focusing on for the last many years, and now after these buildings have been developed, very soon these buildings will be shifted, ministries will be shifted in these buildings. As Prime Minister has inaugurated this, we can also see few officials already present there who are eagerly waiting to guide their employees to reach there in the buildings. So this shows us to how there is eagerness also among the employees who are working in the old buildings to shift into the new buildings.
And Piyush, with regards to the old buildings, Shastri Bhavan, Krishi Bhavan, Udyog Bhavan and Nirman Bhavan, what happens to those structures?
What we're told from our sources, Suesha, is that the buildings like Shastri Bhavan, Nirman Bhavan and other old buildings, they will be reconstructed. They will be, many of them will also be turned into museums. That's what we are hearing. But as of now, the final decision has not been taken. But yes, redevelopment of these buildings will take place in coming few years.
Also, Piyush, as part of exercise and advisory that has also been issued for key routes on Kartavya Path and Sea Hexagon from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m., especially for Delhiites, to avoid certain routes. What more are you picking up on that?
Well, for that, the Delhi Traffic Police Association has issued a guideline in which people have been asked to follow other routes to reach to their destination. Why? Because there will be complete block of these areas, and the Prime Minister will be addressing the gathering at around 6 or 6:30 p.m. and around that we see a lot of traffic movement. That's the peak time also. So to ensure the smooth traffic movement, there's a detailed plan which has been issued by the Delhi Traffic Police, in which there are multiple diversions on which people will have to follow. If one has to reach to the hexagon of India Gate, then there are other routes also people can take, and about that a detailed information has already been issued by the Delhi Traffic Police, and people who are coming there should first go through those advisories and then reach there.
Oh yes, absolutely, Piyush. And you know, the Central Vista project, that is an effort by Prime Minister to leave an architectural legacy and replace the earlier mix of colonial era architecture. The project that was conceived in 2019, and 6 years since then, today it is a reality. All right, not too sure if Piyush is still connected with us, but there we stay with those pictures. Prime Minister just a short while ago inaugurated the Kartavya Bhavan. In fact, 6:30 this evening is when the public program is to happen at Kartavya Path. Kartavya Bhavan is part of the broader transformation of the Central Vista, and it is first among several upcoming common central secretariat buildings that is aimed to streamline administrative processes and enable agile governance. In fact, the project that embodies the government's broader administrative reform agenda by co-locating ministries and adopting cutting-edge infrastructure, the Common Central Secretariat that will improve inter-ministerial coordination, accelerate policy execution, and foster a responsive administrative ecosystem. Currently, many key ministries that function from aging buildings like Shastri Bhavan, Krishi Bhavan, Udyog Bhavan, Nirman Bhavan that were constructed way back in the 1950s and 1970s, which are now structurally outdated and inefficient. The new facilities that will reduce repair and maintenance costs, boost productivity, improve employee well-being, and enhance overall service delivery. It has been designed to foster efficiency, innovation, and collaboration by bringing together various ministries and departments that are currently scattered across Delhi. It is an office complex that spans an area of around 1.5 lakh square meters across 2 basements and 7 levels. That includes ground plus 6 floors. It will house offices of the ministries, Department of Home Affairs, External Affairs, Rural Development, MSME, DOPT, Petroleum and Natural Gas, and the Principal Scientific Advisor. Now, the new building will exemplify modern governance infrastructure. It features IT-ready and secure workspaces, ID card-based access controls, integrated electronic surveillance, and a centralized command system. It will also lead to sustainability, targeting a Griha 4 rating with double-glazed facades, rooftop solar water heating, advanced HVAC systems, and rainwater harvesting. The facility that is also to promote eco-consciousness through zero discharge waste management, in-house solid waste processing, e-vehicle charging stations, and extensive use of recycled construction material. As a zero discharge campus, Kartavya Bhavan treats and reuses water waste to meet a major chunk of its water needs. The building uses recycled construction and demolition waste in masonry and paving blocks, lightweight dry partitions to reduce topsoil use and structural load, and features an in-house solid waste management system. The building is designed to use 30% less energy. It has special glass windows to keep the building cool and reduce outside noise, energy-saving LED lights, sensors that switch off lights when not needed, smart lifts that save power, and an advanced system to manage electricity use that will help all save energy. Solar panels on the roof of Kartavya Bhavan that will generate over 5.34 lakh units of electricity every year, solar water heaters that meet more than a quarter of the daily hot water needs, charging stations for electrical vehicles that are also provided. So all in all, every aspect that has been deeply looked into, Prime Minister inaugurated that Kartavya Bhavan, which is Prime Minister's effort of the Central Vista project to leave an architectural legacy and replace the earlier mix of colonial era architecture. This project that was conceived way back in 2019, the building that will have all the key ministries including Home, External Affairs, Petroleum and Natural Gas and other offices of Principal Scientific Advisor to Prime Minister. Let me cut across to my colleague Aishwarya Paliwal joining us with the latest as we stay with these pictures. Aishwarya, Prime Minister looking at every aspect of this structure. A project that was conceived in 2019 is now a reality, and every aspect that has been very carefully designed. This evening, a public program that is also to take place. Take us through the latest.
Well, Srisha, one of the things that Prime Minister Narendra Modi did since 2014 is that he's made sure that everything is in one place. That's the reason, let me tell you, in the next coming months, you will see a lot of these structures being inaugurated. So the idea of the Central Vista project is to make sure that all the ministries are together, which means that it will become easier to work because, let me tell you, we are on the field and we have seen how it becomes a little tedious for most of the officers to be running from one ministry to the other. And some of the ministries are not in the Latian zone, are not in central Delhi. So the idea is to make sure that everything is in one place. It will lead to lesser wastage of time and it will also increase the efficiency. That's what the Prime Minister has been speaking about. The facilities that you are seeing in this new building, very high tech, very, very modern. The Prime Minister is making sure that these are the structures that stand tall, at least for the next 200 years. The technology, which is almost every day changing, all those things have now been incorporated in this building. We will see, as you also pointed out, we will see a public program also today in the evening. Now, this is a building which the Prime Minister and the BJP wants that this should actually become the epitome of what futuristic buildings, futuristic government buildings should look like.
Oh yes, absolutely. And continue talking to us, Aishwarya, because Prime Minister has been involved in every aspect of it. All those mantris who worked with him always talk about how he has a very keen eye for detail. And that is exactly how he leads his team. So exactly a part of how the Central Vista project and particularly the Kartavya Bhavan that we see has happened, all a part of his vision.
The name of the building tells you, Suesha, what exactly the Prime Minister has in his mind. It's the Kartavya Bhavan, which means that this is your duty to make sure that you work for the people of the nation. This is what Prime Minister Modi has time and again been speaking about, that we are all working towards the end goal. And it's the one goal that we all need to keep in mind, even if you are in the opposition. This is what Prime Minister has been telling the main opposition leaders also, that at the end of the day, we all need to think about the nation. If you remember, when Prime Minister Modi started speaking on Operation Sindoor, the first line that he said, Suesha, was that I'm here for the nation, I'm speaking for the nation. So this is the idea, the core ideology of the BJP and of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The Central Vista project, is actually a project which actually has been the Prime Minister thought about it because he understood that rushing from one place to the other and technology, this is something which, we have seen in a lot of buildings in his home state of Gujarat. Also, technology is something that Prime Minister Modi time and again keeps on telling the MPs of his party also that you need to embrace technology because technology is very much a part of our lives and it will keep on changing. Now, Suesha, whenever we used to think of the Sarkari building, the government buildings, the first thing that used to come in our mind, dilapidated buildings, very old school, laid back people. So those are the things that have completely changed. And one of the examples of this is the new Parliament building. Also, you see how high tech it is. Most of the MPs walk in, their faces are being scanned, the retina is being scanned. So all these things are very, very evident in the new Parliament building, and something similar we will see in these new projects which we will see coming up. This is just one of the buildings, Suesha. Many such buildings are planned in and around the national capital, especially in the central part of Delhi.
Oh yes, absolutely, Aishwarya, and hoping this new structure brings about a new energy, a new thought wave for all the key people working for the betterment of the country. Also, given how urban planning has also thrived over the years, traffic has become a menace, and for all the officials to be located in one place, to be working in coordination with each other saves a lot of time. Saves a lot of time for us also now, Aishwarya, moving forward, for all of you who are in the field and for all of us, for the news teams to be going to one place now to be able to get all the information, to be able to gather all the news, and to meet all the key people stationed in one place?
Well, definitely, Swisha. We will also see how efficiency will increase many folds, because it's not whenever you come and say that this is something which needs to be done, it's not just one ministry that often is involved. There are multiple ministries which give their feedback. So making sure that there is smooth talking between all of them, that's something that the BJP at the moment is looking at, and that's the reason why we are seeing the coming together and also making sure that these are high-tech buildings, and all of them are also eco-friendly. So that's also something that the BJP at the moment is very keenly looking at. This new structure will also make sure that electricity usage is at its minimum. That's something that the Prime Minister has been speaking about. All the new buildings, especially, one of the examples is the Parliament building. They are all very, very efficient. So that's something that we will see in this new building. This is just, let me tell you, the beginning of some of these buildings that we will see. This is just the first one. We will see a lot of other buildings also coming out like this.
Ashwara, many thanks for getting us the latest. Of course, we'll keep coming back to you for further updates. This evening, 6:30 p.m. is when the public program is to happen. For the moment, we also slip into a very short commercial break. Up next is our special segment, So South, with all our reporters from the ground getting you all that is making headlines down south. Stay tuned.
Moto G96 5G. All eyes on you.
How is he always winning?
Gotta have some spin, never bending, dripping in, like so clean.
Moto G96 5G.
Eyes on you.
Hello, Moto.
Moto G96 5G. All eyes on you.
Hi, here are the top headlines presented by Motorola. Cloudburst hits Thrali village in Uttarkashi. 4 dead, over 50 missing. Floods hit army camp in Harsil. 11 soldiers missing. Samna defends Rahul Gandhi, says opposition must ask questions.
India Today, making sense of India. Subscribe now.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, आईने mirror, mirror, my sweet glass. युद्ध रुकवाए मैंने world class. तो बता क्या नोबेल पुरस्कार आएगा मेरे पास, हाँ? जहाँ बना दावों में तो आपके वाकई कमी नहीं, लेकिन आलम पना जंग भी तो कहीं रुकी नहीं। तो ऐसे कैसे मिल सकता है नोबेल प्राइज? सच कहूं तो आपके दावों से मैं भी हूं सरप्राइज। जनाब, इस आईने का दिमाग है खराब। नोबेल के हकदार आप ही हैं हुजूर साहब। डोंट वरी बॉस, नोबेल इज योर्स। रूस यूक्रेन जंग जारी है, मिडल ईस्ट में हो रही बमबारी है, दावों से आपके हिंदुस्तान है हैरान। बताइए कैसे कहूं नोबेल आपको मिलेगा श्रीमान। अगली मिरर, यू आर अगली। तुझे नहीं है मेरा डर, मैं हूं शांति के नोबेल का हकदार, टुडे एंड फॉरएवर।
Good afternoon and namaskara. This is So South, your daily dose of news from the southern part of India, from people to politics to entertainment to protest. I'm Nagarjun Dwarkanath, and joining me are a team of reporters panning across South India. Sagai Raj from Bengaluru, Abdul Bashir from Hyderabad, Apurva Jayachandran from Vijayawada, Shibi Mole from Trivandrum, Pramod Madhav from Chennai, Anaga Keshav from Chennai, bringing you all the news that matter from South India. And now starting with Abdul Bashir in Hyderabad. Bashir, what's happening and what's the main story of Telangana today?
बस इधर ही ठहरना। Okay.